Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Wei and I am from Brew. So let me just share with you how we derived the name to begin with. So brew comes from the idea of either brew of coffee or brew of beer, depending on what you like. And then brush basically comes with the idea of painting. So why not mix art with technology? So let me share with you what we do. So we organize social painting sessions. So what this is imagine how you used to go to art classes, but as an adult you don't do that anymore. But we incorporate this art painting session with a more fun dynamic to it. So you get to either drink cocktails or you can drink coffee with it. Okay, so let me just share with you quickly on the market size. The market size worldwide is at around 38 billion, and of course in Malaysia it's huge as well, but it is unseen. We don't talk about art frequently in Malaysia, so this is what we're trying to tap into, a problem where there's a perception that art is only for children and is no longer an adult kind of activity, and it should be fun instead of being graded or so. So what we do is we organize social painting sessions every Thursday and Saturdays for 2 hours. So you can sign up for these sessions online, and there will be a teaching artist to guide you step by step. So it's like a class, but you're not committed to it. There's zero commitment. You can just choose any painting you like and come once a month or once every quarter, and you get the kick out of it. So because this session is published online for you to sign up, so basically everyone that comes in don't know each other. So it becomes a space for adults to meet each other as well, have a little fun after work, have a drink, and paint. So it's not just going to the bar, chit chat, but you can actually make something out of it as well in 2 hours. So right now, we've been around for 3 years. Me and my partner worked on it on a part-time basis for that time, and I just turned full-time this year. So with that, we partnered with these 3 locations, in KL, PJ, and Setia Alam. So how that's different for us is we are actually low capital in that sense because we don't own our own space. So we partner with cafes and restaurants and bars to create different ambience for each and every one of our sessions. So every time you go to a session, it's a different feel, it's a different place, and a different scenery. This year we're focusing to partner with co-working spaces as well. So how that makes us different from any art studios out there? There are plenty out there, we've seen many, but what makes us different is we're mobile and versatile. So besides coming to the 3 partner locations that we have, we can actually come to you as well. So for example, if you have a birthday party or a hen's night where you want to just hang out with people that you know, then you can just call us and we'll bring all the art supplies, the teacher, and the entire event to you, be it at your own home or your Airbnb space. And with that, because we're so flexible, then the rates become flexible as well. So when you sign up online, for example, you pay a ticket of 130 bucks per person. So that includes all the painting materials, a teacher, as well as a complimentary drink. But when you have your own private sessions, be it as a corporate or as your private group friends, we can actually reduce the rate because on our usual sessions, we rent spaces, we provide the drinks. But if we do it at your place, you BYOB, bring however much drinks you want, we can actually slash the rate because that actually cuts down our cost. So that's how we're flexible. So these are just a few pictures of the sessions that we've done so far. As you can see, some of them are the individual signups, and over at the bottom left, that's actually for Novartis that we did last year. Last year we just started to expand to corporates. So before this it was all individual, and we found out that targeting corporates are actually better because they come in larger volumes, and not necessarily they have to be people who do art, but for example Novartis, they're all in pharmacy, they do science. It's kind of breaking the stigma that art is not just for people who are doing art, but it's also for people who are in science, because we're just natural inside, but we just haven't been in touch with it. So on a part-time basis that we did for 3 years, this is a tiny revenue that we have done, 45,000, and we have over 300 paid individual customers to date. So started July last year when we decided to get into corporates, we have actually served 4 paid corporate customers. And in terms of that, you can see that the revenue has pretty much stayed stagnant, but in this year itself, we have already achieved what we have achieved in the past 3 years since I started full-time and since we started working on the corporate side.
Time's up. Very good. Thank you. So, time for the Tigers to ask the questions.
How much is the fees? How do you share?
Right. I strike a deal with them, so I pay a flat rate per pax. Yeah.
How much is that?
So it will be around $30, inclusive of the rental and the drink.
It's fixed sites for now. I mean, there's four places, right?
Yes, so there are fixed places for now, and you can actually choose your own places as well, and we can come to you. That's the flexible part.
Can you run through the financial again? I can see.
Yes.
It was quite quick just now.
Yeah.
Regular means your Thursday and Saturday sessions.
Yes, correct. So corporate and group are the one that are ad hoc, so they can come at any date at all.
So you run religiously 2 sessions a week
Yes, correct.
at the 4 locations.
Yes, so depending on the size of the sign up, because every session has a different painting, and not necessarily every session will strike a number of sign up in that sense.
So are you attracting more of, I guess your market space, I'm trying to envisage what service are you trying to satisfy in that sense? Because this is more for painters, right? You are creating the community and you're putting the experience in there. In a sense, are giving you different locations and also getting to meet other people. Right?
Yes, correct. So a little bit on the painter side is not, we're not targeting people who are in art. We're targeting basically everyone in this room, any adult at all who wants to relax after work, but not just drink and talk, but you can also get in touch with your creative side for 2 hours. Yeah.
So, but you said that you struggle to find out how big is that market, right? How big is that market?
In Malaysia, yes.
Yeah.
But I would say in terms of target market, it's basically any adult at all, not necessarily an artist.
Who wants to relax by way of
Yes.
painting?
Yes. So it's still a very new untapped market in Malaysia, but it's been done in the US and Europe as well.
I guess you can create the market.
Yeah, that's what we've been trying to do.
The question is, what stops someone from doing this while you are doing? Because what is your real unique thing here? Because if I wanted to do it, I could, create a Facebook group and then everybody joins and then we can do this together. So what's the difference that you bring to the table?
I think over here it's really more of a first mover advantage here. Depends on how fast we can, first of all, educate people about what this is and get them to experience it. And by that, eventually in the product roadmap, we're really trying to create a platform where we can centralize the entire process, where we not only get people to sign up on our website, but we also, put together all the artists onto the platform where they can then sort of portray their paintings or whatsoever. Because right now it's just a ticketing platform. You just sign up and then you're done and you come to the event. But we want to create a platform where artists can be exposed, because right now not a lot of people do find art as a career, so because it's not money making in that sense. So we want to kind of change the stigma where you can actually, because they're kind of segregated in this space right now, so we want to put them together and that way they can put their skill to good use.
So I just have like 3 questions and probably approach each other. So like one, so what was your background? You just came full time. What were you before?
Yeah, I was in a venture capital.
Oh.
Yeah.
So why are you doing this? What's the ask? Like, are you trying to raise money here, or what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Number 3, like, how does a business grow? Like, how do you envision the business growing?
So why did I turn full-time on this is, I think I've done enough testing for the past 3 years, and I know that there's a market. So maybe I'm slightly less of a risk taker, but now that I've tested enough, I think it's good that I can actually go full-time on this and there's plenty of room to grow for this. And in terms of skills, I'm backed by my partner who is in the media and PR, so she can settle that part while I settle the finance and business part. Sorry, what was the other question?
What's the ask?
Yeah.
And how is this going to grow?
So my ask is just 300,000 ringgit for 15%, because I see there's still plenty of room to grow. And at this point, to be honest, we have already been profitable and we can maintain that way. But the fund that I'm asking for is to expand it even faster. It's kind of like a boost. So in terms of marketing, like I mentioned, as sort of a first mover advantage, we need a lot of marketing to get the word out there so that people know that there is such a thing. Because from our experience, once people have come, they have experienced it, they would actually come back.
But how many of your customers are returning customers? Because it's one thing to get them to try it, then another thing to make sure that they keep on coming back to you. Because once they have the experience, how do you glue them and make the stickiness there?
Yeah. So so far, to create the stickiness, we have kind of given them discounts and sort of a group package. But in terms of recurring customers, so far I would say around 5% is recurring customers. And in terms of corporate, they're actually more recurring than individuals, because in terms of corporate, they have large departments and teams where they can share with each other. And to go back to Dato Fazli's question, in terms of product roadmap, I really just want to create a website where it centralizes the entire process. So it's not, we're relying on Eventbrite right now and PTix, which we don't want to do that. We want to bring it all together into our one site, and also allow artists to sign on and sort of, in a way, kind of like an e-commerce, but they just sell themselves and their painting that they have done. So this is the product roadmap that I have.
The session is open to the floor to ask any questions.
Yes.
Are you still looking for permanent locations to expand your...
Yes, we're always looking for locations. In terms of permanent location, we don't have our own studios, but we're looking for partners.
Right, so if let's say you were to be given like a wall, how often can you do it?
I would say 3 is the maximum we want to do. It's not that we're not capable to do that, but the market just hasn't been. Yes.
Question.
I've actually got 2 questions, but they're kind of interlinked. So the first one is, there's obviously a novelty value in this, but the problem is that you're not going to get a lot of repeat customers. Thank you.
For obvious reasons, you're not going to get a lot of repeat customers. How are you going to tackle that issue? That's my first question. Second is, once you tackle that issue, if you can, how are you planning to scale?
Yeah. So in terms of tackling the recurring customers issue, that is something I'm trying to fix right now. So that's why I'm targeting corporates first, because it seems that they have a higher rate of recurring session in that sense, because of, like I mentioned, different departments and all that. So as I've shown here, the focus has really shifted from regular to corporate, not only because of the recurring, but also just the profit margin is much better than individuals. So in terms of expansion, of course right now the focus would be just Klang Valley and eventually Penang. That is within probably the next 12 months, and then eventually Southeast Asia. But then of course I've done my research a little bit and I've seen that there is such an activity out there as well. We can either collaborate with them or acquire them if possible, but that was the idea.
Are you planning to run it all by yourself, or because in the US they have this wine and paint, and I think they have a franchise program.
Yeah.
Or would you consider like a franchise program?
Yes. So eventually I plan to license it and sort of package the idea where teachers just come and teach and create their session, but we will provide the entire setup. So in terms of providing all the painting materials, the crews to kind of set the place up. So then we're taking care of that part, which is the service that we provide, and the teacher provides the artistic side, comes and goes, and then that's how we plan to license it.
So what's the model? So what's the model for the teachers? Like if they come and teach, let's say 3 classes a week.
Yeah.
What's the model?
Yeah. So right now it's flat rate with slight tiers depending on the class size. So it's kind of fair in a way because our class size are on average are pretty small unless it's corporate. So we keep it like a flat tier rate for them. But eventually when we do license, we do plan to do it in a revenue sharing way.
Are you planning to expand to other art mediums like sketching
Yes.
or photography?
Yes. Probably not photography, but can be sketching or oil painting, but definitely more to the arts and crafts side of it.
That was the last question. Thank you so much.
Thank you.